For my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Washington football team. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This well upfield across the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 54 yards. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now Michelle. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Second and 11. Here's Murray from midfield. This one caught by Isabella. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground is Michelle. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Snap comes to Murray and 1. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Play fake. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
But they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Murray. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. To throw is Murray. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Michelle on an island by himself in the backfield. 2nd and goal. They'll run with Michelle. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but now it's 3rd and goal.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And 3 yards on the carry there as this defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal.
kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0.
They had it first and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. The shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. From the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Taken from just outside the 30. After a punt of 39. Take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal. And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Operating from the gun, Murray into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. After the interception, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off down near the 5. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
On 2nd down, Michel.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And this is incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. That ball complete to Isabella. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, they run with Michel, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 18.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, it's Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Second quarter action. 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So that one will be accepted. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the gun, Murray flushed out right. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. This is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And this is caught inside the 5. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And Washington has retaken the lead. makes it 14-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. And he'll hand this to Michel to get things started. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Murray, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Throwing again, Murray. That's out to his running back, Michel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. They'll run on 1st down. Michel, and he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And it's Michel once again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Operating from the gun, Murray able to find Isabella. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 19 yards away. And the Cardinals have once again taken the lead. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. And he'll give it here to his running back. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. And
get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. From the gun, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. From the gun, Jackson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not. Not pan out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot of pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Operating from the gun. Murray over the middle. That's hauled in by Isabella. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Murray. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals. Now a pitch out to Michelle, and they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the ground, Michelle. And there is a flag, so a big 2nd down pickup, but will it hold? So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Operating from the gun, Murray. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he stopped immediately there.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run it in, Michel, and he is going to lose yardage here. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Boswell's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick.
And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10.
On their side of midfield at the 47. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd down and 4. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Room here to run. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson, 31 yards. And now Washington a PAT away from taking the lead.
Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
A very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them...
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Zerline now for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Murray going to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And they will run it with Michelle. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd.
as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Michel on an island by himself in the backfield, 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Murray. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Murray now. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Washington football team as we say so long from FedEx Field.